Have you ever stumbled upon an old penny and wondered if it's worth more than just 1 cent? What if I told you that there's a 1951 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark that's worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coin collections, specifically the 1951 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. This little coin has made headlines for its insane value at auctions. But how can a penny be worth millions? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the missing mint mark. A penny minted in 1951 with no mint mark means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark during this time. Philadelphia was responsible for producing the bulk of pennies back then, so no mint mark is standard for this coin. But, there's more to the story. Condition is key. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for coins in pristine, uncirculated condition. The fewer scratches, blemishes, or signs of wear, the higher the value. In coin collecting, this is called the grade of the coin. The highest grade possible is known as mint state, or MS-70, where the coin looks flawless, as if it just came out of the mint yesterday. Now, let's get to the exciting part. Why is this penny worth millions? It's all about rarity. While millions of these pennies were minted, finding one in perfect condition, especially with no signs of wear and tear after all these years, is extremely rare. Coins graded as MS-66 or higher are exceptionally valuable. And the rarer the coin in top condition, the higher collectors are willing to pay. It's these flawless specimens that can fetch astronomical prices at auctions. The highest recorded sale for a 1951 no mint mark Lincoln penny in recent years. It sold for over $200,000 at auction. But experts believe that certain unique characteristics or minting errors could push its value even higher, into the millions. Some collectors speculate that if an even higher graded penny or one with unique minting anomalies surfaces, the price could break records. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare pennies? First, check the year, 1951. Second, look for the absence of a mint mark. If your penny is in near-perfect condition, with crisp details on Lincoln's face and no significant scratches, you could be in for a windfall. But even if your penny shows some wear, it could still be worth much more than its face value. It's always worth getting it appraised by a professional coin dealer or sending it to a grading service. Preserving the condition of your coins is critical if you want them to retain or increase in value. Keep your pennies in protective cases, away from moisture and direct sunlight. Avoid cleaning them with harsh chemicals, as this can decrease their value significantly. So, next time you come across an old penny in your pocket change or an old coin jar, take a second look. It could be worth much more than you think. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. You might want to check your loose change because today we're talking about the 1961 D mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a rare coin that could be worth millions. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. The 1961 version with the Denver mint mark, that little D under the date, seems pretty common at first glance, right? After all, millions were minted. But here's the thing, while most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, a select few could be worth a fortune. So what makes some 1961 D Lincoln pennies worth so much? It's all about condition and rarity. Coin collectors are on the lookout for flawless, high-grade coins, especially ones with rare minting errors. And if your 1961 D penny checks any of these boxes, the value skyrockets. One penny sold at auction for over $10,000, and some could potentially hit the $1 million mark. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 1961 D penny sitting in your change jar? Here's what you need to look for. 1. Check for the D mint mark. This confirms it was minted in Denver. Point 2. Examine the coin's condition, any scratches or discoloration lower the value. Point 3. Search for any mint errors, use a magnifying glass or a coin expert to inspect it closely. If it looks pristine or has an error, get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade rating can increase the value dramatically. To give you an idea, a 1961 D penny in perfect MS-65 condition has sold for tens of thousands. And if there's an unusual error, well, you could be sitting on $1 million payday. In fact, rare Lincoln pennies have fetched insane prices at auctions, like this one. Okay, so before you toss that penny aside, take a good look. Who knows, you might have a fortune in your pocket. So, check your coins, and don't forget to subscribe for more rare coin finds and treasure hunting tips. Imagine finding a penny worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, a simple, everyday penny from 1962 with a D mint mark could be hiding a fortune in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of coin collecting, a rare 1962 Lincoln penny minted in Denver that could be worth up to millions of dollars. Sounds unbelievable, right? Let's break it down and find out why this little coin has collectors buzzing. The 1962 D Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which began in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the few locations in the U.S. where coins are made. Now, millions of these coins were minted back in 1962, so why are some of them suddenly worth so much? There are three main reasons why this penny can be worth a fortune: rarity, errors, and condition. First, rarity. Certain rare varieties of the 1962 D penny have major minting errors, like double dies, repunched mint marks, or die cracks. These errors are highly sought after by collectors. A tiny mistake during production can turn an ordinary coin into a goldmine. Secondly, condition. Coins in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state, can fetch sky-high prices. A penny that looks like it just rolled off the press will always be worth more than one that's worn out. So, how can you tell if your 1962 D penny is one of the valuable ones? Here's what to look for. First, check the mint mark. Some of the valuable ones have a doubled or repunched mint mark. This means the D was stamped more than once during production, causing a slight overlap. Next, look for other minting errors like doubled lettering or odd marks on Lincoln's face or the wheat stalks. And finally, condition is key. A penny in near-perfect, uncirculated condition will be worth significantly more. If you spot any scratches or wear, the value drops, but it could still be worth checking out. Now, let's talk numbers. Some rare 1962 D pennies have sold for thousands, even up to $1 million at auctions. One lucky collector sold a pristine error penny for over $1 million. Can you imagine turning a single penny into that much cash? That's why collectors are always on the hunt for these coins, because you never know when you'll strike it rich. Now that you know what to look for, it's time to check your own pennies. Grab a magnifying glass, a good light source, and take a close look at any 1962 D pennies you have lying around. You might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. So, next time you're sorting through your spare change, remember this: even a penny can be worth millions. If you find anything interesting, be sure to get it appraised by a professional coin dealer. We're talking about a simple penny that could be worth a fortune. Yes, a 1964 D mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny that some people believe could be worth, wait for it, millions of dollars. Let's dive into the details and see what makes this penny so special, and if you could have one lying around in your change jar. Let's get into it. So, let's start with the basics. The penny we're talking about is a 1964 Lincoln Cent minted in Denver, which is marked by the small D under the date. Lincoln pennies have been in circulation for over a century, but only a few rare versions of them ever rise to high values. So why this one? In 1964, the U.S. Mint was dealing with a coin shortage. To keep up with demand, the Denver Mint produced billions of pennies. But here's where things get interesting. A limited number of these 1964 pennies were made using a different composition or struck on leftover older coin blanks, making them extremely rare. The key to identifying this valuable penny is the D mint mark. It shows that it was minted in Denver. But not every 1964 D penny is valuable. You have to look for specific errors or characteristics. So what are these characteristics? First, you might want to check for any minting errors. These include double die obverse errors, where parts of the image or numbers appear to be doubled. This can drastically increase the value of a penny. You'll also want to check the overall condition of the coin. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A well-preserved penny that hasn't been circulated much is known as a mint state coin, and those are the ones that tend to fetch the highest prices at auction. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of value are we talking about here? A regular 1964 D penny in circulated condition is typically only worth face value. But if you have one of these rare errors, the coin's value can skyrocket. Some experts believe that certain rare error coins from this mint could go for thousands, if not millions, in mint condition. Some error coins have been sold at auctions for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and condition. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for these rare pieces of history. Could a 1964 D penny ever fetch $1 million? Well, if one with the right error, in near-perfect condition, were to be discovered, it's not out of the question. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these valuable pennies? Here's a quick checklist for you. 1. Look for the D mint mark under the year 1964.2. Check for any mint errors like double die features. 3. Inspect the coin's condition, are there scratches or is it shiny and new looking? 4. Get it authenticated by a professional coin appraiser or send it to a grading service. 5. If it looks promising, hold on to it, this could be your hidden fortune. ***, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about what's in your pocket change, it's worth checking those old pennies. You never know what kind of treasure you might be sitting on. Do you think you have a rare 1964 D Lincoln penny? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more awesome discoveries and rare finds. Until next time, happy hunting. Lincoln penny could be worth over $1 million. Well, if you've got a 1968 penny, you might want to check your collection right away because there's one with a secret that could change your life. In today's video, we'll dive into why the 1968 Lincoln penny with the S mint mark is so valuable and how you can find out if you have one of these rare treasures. Let's get started. Let's start with a quick history lesson. In 1968, the U.S. Mint produced pennies in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of the San Francisco minted pennies were marked with an S mint mark, and at first glance, they looked like any other penny. But what if I told you that one special variety of this 1968 penny with an S mint mark could be worth millions? Here's where things get interesting. In the late 1960s, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with die varieties, and some coins were struck using dies that weren't supposed to be used for general circulation. These error coins are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. One particular 1968 penny, minted in San Francisco, features a double die error, where the image on the coin was struck twice, creating a slight doubling effect. This tiny imperfection makes this penny one of the most valuable error coins in existence. How valuable? Well, one of these rare pennies was auctioned for over $1 million. You heard that right. A small error turned a 1-cent coin into $1 million treasure. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1968 S pennies? You're going to want to look closely at the coin's design. Specifically, pay attention to the lettering and the image of Abraham Lincoln. Look for any signs of doubling, particularly on the words "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date, 1968. This doubling effect might not be super obvious, so a magnifying glass or coin loop is your best friend here. If you spot any doubling or unusual imperfections, you may have struck gold, or rather, copper. Your next step would be to get the coin professionally graded. Now, if you think you found a rare 1968's double-die penny, it's crucial to get it authenticated and graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm if your penny is indeed an error coin. A high grade, combined with the double-die error, could skyrocket the value of your penny. The better the condition, the higher the price it could fetch at auction. Why is this penny so valuable? Well, it all comes down to rarity and demand. There are only a few known examples of the 1968's double-die pennies, making them incredibly rare. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar, or should I say top millions, for these rare coins. In 2018, one of these pennies was sold at auction for over $1 million. That's life-changing money for a penny most people wouldn't think twice about. So, what are you waiting for? Check your penny collection today. Even if you don't have the rare 1968's double-die penny, you might still come across other valuable coins in your collection. The key is to keep an eye out for mint marks and errors. Yes, we're talking about the 1972 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny that might be hiding in your pocket or collection right now. Imagine turning 1 cent into a fortune. In this video, we'll uncover why this coin is so special, how to spot it, and what makes it worth so much money. Let's dive in. So, what's so fascinating about the 1972 penny? In most cases, this penny was minted with a D for Denver or S for San Francisco, but there are rare versions from the Philadelphia Mint that don't have a mint mark. And that's what we're talking about today. This no mint mark penny can be worth a lot, but there's more to the story. While most 1972 pennies are worth only their face value, there's one key variation that makes it stand out and could bring in a huge payday. That's the double-die error. A double-die error happens when the design on the die is stamped twice, slightly misaligned. The result? Doubling on parts of the coin. In the case of the 1972 no-mint mark penny, you'll see this doubling most clearly on the words "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1972. Collectors love these kinds of errors because they're super rare and unique, making them worth way more than your average penny. But just how much more? The value of a 1972 no-mint mark double-die penny can range anywhere from a few $100s to, in some cases, millions at auction. One pristine coin sold for over $1 million. So, what makes a penny like this so valuable? Condition is key. Coins in higher grades, with less wear and clear doubling, fetch higher prices. But it's the rarity of the error and the fascination with Lincoln pennies that really drive up the value. So, how can you spot a valuable 1972 no-mint mark penny? First, grab a magnifying glass or, better yet, a jeweler's loupe. Examine the date, the word "Liberty," and "In God We Trust." If you notice clear doubling, you might just have a treasure on your hands. Once you think you found a valuable penny, have it authenticated by a professional coin grader like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can make all the difference when it comes to selling. After it's graded, you can list it at auction or sell it directly to collectors who are looking for this rare piece of American history. The right buyer might pay top dollar for your coin. So there you have it. The 1972 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is one of the most exciting coins in circulation today, and it could make you a millionaire. Whether you're a casual collector or someone who's just stumbled across an old jar of pennies, it's worth taking a closer look. You never know what treasure you might find. Could a 1975 Lincoln penny actually be worth millions of dollars? Yep, you heard that right. Let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting, where rare pennies can fetch jaw-dropping amounts. So, what makes this tiny, everyday penny worth so much? It's not just the year or the mint mark. While millions of 1975 pennies were minted at the Denver Mint, hence the D, most of them are just regular, everyday coins you'd find in your change. But collectors go wild for coins that have errors, low mintage, or special versions. In the case of the 1975 Lincoln penny, there's no widely known error or rare variety that would normally drive up its value to millions, so where does this $1 million price tag rumor come from? Over the years, rare coins have sold for eye-popping prices at auctions, like the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent. These coins are valuable because of their rarity and the demand among collectors. But unfortunately, the 1975 D penny doesn't fall into that ultra-rare category. Now, here's the truth, a regular 1975 D penny, in great condition, might fetch you a few bucks at best. Some have sold for as much as $10 or $20 if they're in pristine, uncirculated condition. But millions? That's a whole different story. To get a better price, collectors look for pennies in mint state condition. A high-grade coin, let's say MS-65 or higher, could attract attention and potentially be worth more, but we're talking hundreds, not millions. If you're serious about coins, getting your penny graded by a professional service is key. They'll evaluate its condition, which plays a big role in determining its value. Coins that are truly worth millions are usually the result of a rare minting error or being made from the wrong material. For example, some pennies were accidentally struck on silver or copper-nickel planchets instead of the regular copper alloy. Now those are the coins that collectors will pay top dollar for. Take the 1943 copper penny as an example. Only a handful exist because they were mistakenly struck in copper during the steel penny era of World War II. That penny can go for upwards of $1 million. So, the big question, can your 1975 D penny make you a millionaire? Probably not. But if you're passionate about coin collecting, there's always a chance you might stumble across a rare gem. Keep your eyes peeled, and you never know. Maybe your next handful of pocket change could hide a real treasure. And if you're into coin collecting, every penny counts. Could a penny really be worth millions of dollars? Yes. This 1984 Lincoln cent without a mint mark might just be the treasure hiding in your pocket change. Stick around to find out why. Hey everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and trust me, this is not your average penny. You won't believe how much this tiny coin is worth. So, let's talk about why a 1984 no mint mark Lincoln penny could fetch you a fortune. First things first, what's with the no mint mark? Most coins produced in the US have a mint mark that indicates where they were made. A D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, or no mint mark, which usually means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But, that's not the only reason this coin is special. The 1984 penny we're talking about is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, but what makes it stand out is a rare, double-die error on Lincoln's ear. Look closely, and you'll notice that his ear appears doubled. This rare misprint, known as a double-die obverse, is what makes this penny a potential jackpot. See this? This is what collectors are looking for. It's the doubling on Lincoln's ear that increases its value dramatically. And because these error coins weren't caught early on, many were released into circulation, which means there's a chance you might still find one. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. In pristine condition, graded as MS-65 or higher, this penny could be worth hundreds of thousands to even over $1 million at auction. The coin market has seen record prices for rare error coins like this. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies? First, check the date, it must be from 1984. Then, inspect Lincoln's ear for that doubling effect. And if you think you have one, send it to a professional coin grading service to verify its authenticity. Professional grading services, like PCGS or NGC, will assign a grade to your coin based on its condition, which directly impacts its value. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. And for a mint condition double-die penny, the sky's the limit. So, before you spend that next penny, take a good look at it. You could be holding on to a small fortune. Check your pockets, check your drawers, and who knows? You might be the next big coin collector with a 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny worth millions. We're diving into a fascinating piece of numismatic history, the 1987 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Did you know that this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth $1 million? Stick around to find out why. In 1987, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies, and they all carried a mint mark, except for a few rare instances. The standard Lincoln penny features President Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, some pennies from this year were struck without a mint mark, which is where the mystery begins. So, what makes the 1987 no-mint mark penny so special? Generally, coins without a mint mark are often assumed to be produced in Philadelphia, but the fact is that no official records show these coins should exist. This discrepancy creates a demand among collectors, driving the price up dramatically. In pristine condition, these coins can sell for thousands, and some have even reached upwards of $1 million at auction. If you think you might have one of these rare coins, here's how to check. 1. Inspect the date *, ensure it's from 1987. 2. Look for the mint mark *, check for a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or no mint mark. 3. Check the condition *, the grade of the coin plays a significant role in its value. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. Look for signs of wear and tear. Uncirculated coins fetch the highest prices. If you believe you have this elusive penny, consider selling it through reputable auction houses or coin dealers specializing in rare coins. Always get a professional appraisal before selling to ensure you're getting the best price possible. Online platforms like eBay can also be an option, but make sure to do your research to avoid scams. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically focusing on a penny that could be worth a fortune. That's right, we're talking about the 2002 mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. So, if you have one of these in your pocket, you might want to stick around. The 2002 penny was produced at the Denver Mint and features a design by Victor David Brenner, showing President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Now, most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent. However, there's a rare variety that collectors are paying big bucks for, the 2002 penny with a unique error. That error involves the missing or incomplete Liberty engraving, making it an incredibly sought-after piece. When these coins pop up at auctions, they can fetch staggering prices, sometimes even up to $1 million. So, what makes this penny so valuable? First off, rarity plays a huge role in a coin's value. While millions of 2002 pennies were minted, only a small number of them display the missing Liberty error. Collectors are always on the hunt for these unique pieces, making them highly desirable. Secondly, condition matters. A coin that is in pristine, uncirculated condition can command a higher price than one that's seen its fair share of wear and tear. If you have a 2002 penny that looks brand new and has the error, you may be sitting on a small fortune. And lastly, provenance can impact value. Coins that have an interesting backstory or have been part of significant collections can see their value skyrocket at auction. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 2002 penny? Here are a few quick tips. 1. Inspect your coin *. Look closely for the missing or incomplete Liberty engraving. If it's hard to see, you may have a winner. 2. Get it appraised *. If you think your penny is special, consider taking it to a professional coin dealer or appraiser. They can help determine its value. 3. Check auction prices *. Research online auction sites to see what similar coins have sold for recently. This can give you a ballpark idea of your coin's worth. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more amazing coin collecting tips and tricks. And remember, always check your change, you never know what treasure might be hiding in your pocket. Happy hunting! We're diving into a rare and valuable piece of American currency that might be hiding in your pocket or piggy bank. That's right, we're talking about the 2003 Abraham Lincoln penny that could be worth a whopping $1 million. Let's get into it. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? The 2003D penny is not just any ordinary coin. It was minted in Denver and features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the front. But here's the kicker, not all 2003D pennies are created equal. What you're looking for is the rare variety known as the 2003D penny with the double die. This means that during the minting process, the design was unintentionally stamped twice, creating a double vision effect. It's a minting error that makes this penny incredibly rare and sought after by collectors. So, how do you identify this rare gem? Look closely at the lettering on the coin, especially around the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you see a doubling effect, where the letters appear to be slightly offset, congratulations. You might have a valuable coin on your hands. Now, let's talk money. While most 2003D pennies are worth just 1 cent, this rare double die penny can fetch anywhere from a few $100s to over $1 million, depending on its condition and where it's sold. That's right, a single penny could change your financial future. If you think you found one, it's essential to get it authenticated. You can take it to a professional coin dealer or a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can confirm its authenticity and provide you with a grade, which significantly impacts its value. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, keep an eye out for that 2003D penny. Who knows? It could be worth more than you ever imagined. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin tips and tricks. Coins and uncovering a hidden gem worth potentially millions. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 2004D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Let's get started. The Lincoln penny has a rich history since its introduction in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 2004, the U.S. Mint produced several pennies with different mint marks, including the 2004D penny from the Denver Mint. But what makes the 2004D penny so special? It's not just about the design, it's about the rarity and a specific error that occurred during its minting. Most 2004D Lincoln pennies are worth just 1 cent, but a few rare error coins have made headlines in the coin collecting community. In particular, we're looking for the double die error, where the die used to strike the coin has a misalignment, causing the image of Lincoln to appear doubled. These coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction, depending on their condition. The more noticeable the doubling, the more valuable the coin. One particularly rare example of a 2004D double die penny sold for over $20,000. Now, you might be wondering how to identify if your 2004D penny is one of these rare finds. First, check for any visible doubling, especially in the word Liberty and the date. Use a magnifying glass if you have one. Look closely at the letters and the details. If you notice any doubling, it's worth having it appraised by a professional coin dealer. So, there you have it. The 2004D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny could be hiding in your change right now, worth a lot more than just 1 cent. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips and treasure hunting adventures. Happy hunting, and may your next penny be a treasure. See you in the next video. We're diving into an exciting topic that's sure to spark your interest. Have you ever heard of the 2005D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny? It's not just any penny, this little coin could be worth a whopping $1 million. Let's uncover the story behind it. In 2005, the U.S. Mint released a series of pennies to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This series included 4 different designs, each showcasing a significant moment in Lincoln's life. But one particular penny from this series has become a real standout in the coin collecting world. What makes the 2005D penny so special? Well, it's all about the mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where it was produced. However, there's a rare variety of this penny known as the 2005D double die obverse. This means that the front of the coin shows a noticeable doubling of some of the inscriptions and Lincoln's features. It's a result of a minting error, which makes it incredibly rare. Now, you might be wondering, how much is it actually worth? While most 2005D pennies are worth just a cent, the double die obverse penny has been valued at a staggering $1 million. In fact, a few of these rare coins have sold for upwards of $20,000 to $25,000 at auctions, but one lucky collector found one in their change, and it was appraised at $1 million. That's a life-changing discovery. So, how can you tell if you've stumbled upon one of these valuable coins? Look closely at the date and the words, "In God We Trust." If you see any kind of doubling, especially around the letters or Lincoln's profile, you might have a treasure on your hands. Be sure to inspect your change carefully, you never know what you might find. If you enjoyed learning about the 2005D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny and its $1 million potential, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. And tell us in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.